WWE Saturday Night's main event, and the opening contest in itself was questionable. It's going to piss off a lot of people, and I'm going to tell you why. It was Cody Rhodes putting the WWE Championship on the line against Drew McIntyre, and I'll be honest with y'all, this match for the first half kind of sucked. It was just kind of there. They just did moves, and the crowd was traditionally just waiting for the big moments, and then they finally got to the meat and potatoes of this match, and then started to kick off. There was a spot where Cody Rhodes was going to go for a cutter, but his knee went out. There was another spot where Drew McIntyre pushed Cody Rhodes into the referee, knocking him down. And that's where things got a little interesting, because there was a point where Drew McIntyre got frustrated, grabbed the WWE Championship, and tossed it to Cody. Cody decided, no, I'm not going to use it because, well, the stipulation was if Cody Rhodes got counted out, if he got disqualified, he would have lost that WWE title. And so he tossed it down because, well, he's a good babyface, doesn't want to lose his championship. And Drew hit him with a Claymore kick for a near fall. Then things got even more interesting because, well, there was a referee bump. Referee got knocked down. I think it was Cody Rhodes that knocked into him. There was a near fall. And then Cody Rhodes pissed everyone off, including the live fans, who was visibly upset with his actions. And those actions was the fact that he hit Drew McIntyre with a DDT on the WWE Championship. He tossed the championship out of the ring like a true heel. The referee magically gets up because, well, they always do. And Cody Rhodes hit the crossroad for the 1, 2, 3, and he retained the WWE Championship. Now, a lot of people are online saying Drew McIntyre got buried. He got screwed over, yada, yada, yada. And honestly, y'all, did you expect Drew to win the championship here? Did you expect him to win the championship with so many different title changes on the line at this show? Or at least expected to be. Come on. Can't be outraged that much. Now, was Cody Rhodes a heel in this match? Yeah. Was it the greatest booking? No. But that's what WWE does, right? Traditional WWE. So yes, a lot of people pissed off, but in the end, WWE felt like this was the best way to handle it, and that's what they ended up doing. So we'll see if Drew gets a rematch. I mean, they do got pinned pretty cleanly. I mean, I guess he can go out there and gripe and say, well, I got screwed over. But I think that's more or less just heel fashion, right? It was a way to get him out of there in a somewhat clean loss. So we'll see. They could run it back at Survivor Series. I don't think Drew would win it back at Survivor Series. We'll see. We'll see what they end up doing. That's how you do it. Jade Cargill, Tiffany Stratton, Women's Championship. That is how you do it. That is exactly what you got to do to make a freaking heel. Finally, I have been so frustrated with the way that WWE has booked Jade Cargill since SummerSlam, and they finally got it right. Props to WWE. They turned the ship around. Jade Cargill won the Women's Championship from Tiffany Stratton, and she did so in a match that wasn't pretty, a match that won't get 5-star votes from Uncle Dave. It was a one-sided beatdown. It was a squash match, and it was exactly what Jade Cargill needed. WWE made it very clear that this is a new Jade, that this is a different Jade, and Jade Cargill went out there and absolutely demolished, dominated, squashed, one-sided beatdown of Tiffany Stratton to win the Women's Championship. This is just a few weeks ago after Jade Cargill turned heel. This is just after moment after moment after moment the WWE screwed over Jade Cargill. And they gave us what we needed. They gave us the old, yet new and improved Jade Cargill. They healed Jade Cargill. She went out there and hit a bunch of suplexes. It was like the female version of Brock Lesnar. Vicious, ferocious, violent, brutal, animalistic Jade Cargill. She is now, without a shadow of a doubt, and it's not even close, the #1 heel female star in all of WWE. That's what they did with Jade Cargill. That's what was so brilliant about this. She is our new women's champion. She hit Tiffany with a few suplexes. She hit Tiffany with a sit-down powerbomb, and then she finished Tiffany off with her finisher. Absolutely brilliant by WWE. I cannot wait going forward in this week to talk about what WWE was able to do in this match. They gave Tiffany Stratton an out. They had her sell the leg injury on SmackDown this past week. They had Tiffany sell the leg injury going into this match. They had Tiffany sell it in the match. That is her out. Tremendous job of Tiffany, not only during this title reign, showing everyone that she is a legitimate future WWE Hall of Famer and a multiple WrestleMania headliner. She will be in this company way longer than Jade Cargill will. But she put over Jade in the best way possible. That is what a professional does. That is what a class act does. All around, props to everyone involved in this match. Absolutely brilliant. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Dominic Mysterio bends the rules to retain the Intercontinental Championship. It was triple threat. It was Dominic Mysterio putting said championship on the line against Rusev and Penta. This match honestly could have gone a little bit longer than it did, but it didn't overstay its welcome. It was fast-paced. It was right to the point. It was a pretty basic and simple match, yet it was effective, and it honestly showed the psychology of Dominic, which is really the forefront of what he's able to do and how he's able to get heat better than a lot of people. So there was an instance where you had a situation, Dominic Mysterio rang the bell as Rusev had Penta in the accolade. And Rusev, he decided, hey, I won the match. I heard the bell. And then it was revealed that it was actually Dominic who rang the bell. In the end, Penta accidentally hit Rusev in the head with a ring bell. Dom tossed him into the ring post. And then Dom hit the frog splash for the win. So that was that. CM Punk is now the World Heavyweight Champion. He beat main event Jey Uso in the main event of this show. It was expected. Everyone expected CM Punk to win. He should have won. He won. They were building to this moment. We were going to get CM Punk as the World Heavyweight Champion, whether it was Jey Uso, whether it was Seth Rollins, and it was the right call. He earned his way back to this opportunity. He's one of the most over stars there. He's one of the best highlights of the show on Monday nights. He's CM Punk, right? Him and being in the main event scene, being in the World Heavyweight Championship scene, it just makes sense. They did what they could. It was a solid match. It wasn't the greatest match in the world, but I don't think anyone was expecting that either. They worked hard. They went out there, did what they had to do, but it is CM Punk back on top.